the commandment to observe, to keep, to honor Shabbat, and also all these holidays, is it even possible for some, like a vegan to be Jewish?
Is it possible for somebody vegan to be
Vegan,
Jewish? Meaning
yes.
if he wants to convert?
Or was, yes, let's say someone wants to
Or if he's already
convert, or
Jewish?
if he's already Jewish,
If
for
he's
God's sake.
already Jewish and he doesn't eat meat, it's he's because he doesn't like it, not because he feels bad for cows and chickens. Then it's not necessarily going to be as easy for him to get to the ultimate level of happiness and joy and sanctifying the Shabbat, but he can still do a lot of other things right, and it's fine. It's not. It doesn't make him a kofar if he doesn't like to eat meat. For example, I don't drink liquor. So once in a while I'll have a little bit of wine for kiddush, but it's really suffering for me. I don't like it. Something happened to my body over the years that I can't tolerate alcohol at all. It tastes disgusting to me, and it bothers me a lot. It bothers my stomach and so on. So even on Purim, I'll drink as little as possible just to fulfill some meal obligation. Sometimes not even that. I'll have grape juice because it bothers me. So that doesn't make me a kofar. This hurts me. So you're not supposed to hurt yourself. If the meat hurts you, it's not a mitzvah to eat it. No one says you should hurt yourself by eating meat or hurt yourself by eating chicken or drinking wine. But if you're not doing it, not because it doesn't hurt you, but simply, you can't afford it. That also is not a problem. It's also not a problem. But if you're not doing it, you like it, it's good, but you feel bad for cows. You're still a Jew, but you have a problem. You have a problem with your understanding of who is the one that really makes the rules. Because in essence, if you dig deep down into your belief system, you'll realize that it's a little bit of kfirah by saying that you feel bad for the cow. And Hashem doesn't. There's something wrong with you. Hashem said it's a mitzvah to slaughter the cow this exact way. And if you slaughter it that exact way, that cow has fulfilled its role in the world. You're thinking that you're helping the cow by not killing it. What you're not realizing is there's a very good chance, the Arizal says, some people, they make sins and they have to come back to this world. Sometimes they come back as people to get another chance because in the previous carnation, they cheated on their wife. So they have to come back and be a good husband in this shit. In the last carnation, they stole money. So they have to come back to this world and give back the money. In the last time, they did something. They lied. They have to come back and do tshuva. But sometimes they did a certain sin. They have to come back as an animal. Why? To feel certain pain of an animal. You're thinking that you're helping this animal by not slaughtering it. But in reality, there's a neshama in there that the only way it's going to get to heaven is if you slaughter it in a kosher way. So in reality, that neshama is cursing you out because you idiot. I need to go to heaven. I don't want to be a cow. Because of you, I can't go to heaven. I'm suffering now. So people think that they're smarter than God. And that's the problem. You're never allowed to be overly merciful. And that was one of the mistakes that Shaul HaMelech made. Shaul HaMelech made a mistake when he did not kill all of the cattle of Agag, the Amalek king. Because he figured, why should I destroy all of these cattle? Let me bring them as korbanot, as sacrifices to Hashem. Why just destroy them and waste all this money? What he didn't know is that Hashem said, kill everything, including the cattle. Why? Because the Amalekites had witchcraft. And what kind of witchcraft did they have? The ones that survived were able to turn themselves into cattle. If he would have killed the cattle, he would have killed all of Amalek. We wouldn't have suffered Erev Rav till this day. Because he didn't kill them, all of them survived. Thought he was being righteous. He made a mistake. Never allowed to be overly righteous. Hashem said something, there's a reason for it. Same thing with this Shluach HaKen. There's a mitzvah, a special mitzvah, that if you get to do it once in your life, you're very lucky. A bird, you see a bird's nest and there's eggs. And the bird is on the eggs and you shoo the bird. And you take the eggs. To your rational common sense, it sounds very vicious. You're taking the bird's babies. It's mitzvah from the Torah. It's going to give you long life. Why? We don't know. We don't know why. Hashem said so. Because Hashem said so. That's the mitzvah. There's no explanation for it.
You just take it and something, you raise it and something, and then you put it back.
You return it. But the point is, you take it and you shoo the mother bird away. After, yeah. But the point is that you shoo the mother bird away. Most likely the mother bird's not going to come, and those eggs are going to die. Sometimes the certain birds, you touch their eggs, they don't come back. They feel like you violated their kids, and they don't come back. Point is, in essence, in so many words, you're killing the birds. Let's say you're killing the birds. Mitzvah. Why? Hashem said so. To show us what? It doesn't matter if it makes sense to you. It makes sense to God, that's all that matters. God said to do it, that's all that matters. And the Gemara says, anyone that tries to soften it and say, oh, it's just to teach you mercy, because now you're going to feel bad for the bird, mashtikim oto. We quiet him, say, shut up, don't make excuses. That's not the reason. It's not to teach you mercy. What's the reason? God said so. That's the reason. Yeah, but it's mean. Okay, you mean? You're going to go up, deal with Hashem, explain to Hashem why you think he's mean. He's going to show you a nice explanation, one-on-one, about all your comments about him. That's really the reason of all of the mitzvot. And that's what converts and Baalei Tshuva and from birth and all people in the world need to understand. The only thing you need to understand is that God said so. That's it. God said keep the 10 commandments, you keep the 10 commandments. Whether you agree with it or not is irrelevant. I'm going to teach you something and then we're going to finish for the night. This week's parasha is the last parasha in the Torah. Vezot HaBracha. Vezot HaBracha means, and this is the blessing of Moshe Rabbeinu. It says, Vezot HaBracha asher Birach Moshe ish Elohim et bnei Yisrael lifnei moto. And this is the blessing that Moshe, the man of God, bestowed among the people, the children of Israel, before his death. So the Or HaChaim HaKadosh says, why is Moshe Rabbeinu, out of all the descriptions, out of all of the forefathers that we have, is the only one that's called Isha Elohim, the man of God? I mean, that's something, that's the unbelievable description. Not only that, and there's no one that's ever going to be like Moshe Rabbeinu. Not only that, the only one that ever spoke to Hashem face to face. Not only that, Torah Moshe, the Torah is named after Moshe Rabbeinu. I mean, the stuff that Moshe, the names that Hashem describes Moshe, what did he merit all this for? I mean, Avraham Avinu didn't merit this. Yitzchak Avinu didn't merit this. Yaakov Avinu didn't merit this. Adam HaRishon didn't merit this. Moshe Rabbeinu, Isha Elohim. Who said it? God. God calls him, he's the man of God. Or HaChaim says, what's the reason? The reason is, Rabotai, is truthfully, Or HaChaim writes it, and many of the poskim agree with it. There's only a few that disagree. But, said, truthfully, Moshe Rabbeinu, our dear Moshe Rabbeinu, our Isha Elohim, our Navi, our everything, the prophet of all prophets, was born with a special holy neshama that brought light to the world, but with all of the worst midot that exist in the world. Murderer, rapist, adulterer, thief, liar, everything. All of the worst character traits he had. Meaning, in essence, he had the ability to be the worst person alive. Make Hitler look like a baby. Make Paro look like a little infant, nothing. That's actually what Moshe Rabbeinu was born with. That's what Moshe Rabbeinu had his whole life. He had these midot. So how could this person that has all these horrible qualities be called Isha Elohim, man of God? You have all these horrible midot. Because Moshe Rabbeinu used the Torah to overcome all of the natural, horrible midot that he had. All of the horrible character traits that he had. The fact that he wanted to murder people, overcame it. The fact that he wanted to steal, overcame it. The fact that he wanted to be angry, overcame it. The fact that he wanted to steal, overcame it. All of the horrible things we struggle with individually. You have one, I have 17, you have 3, everybody has a few. He had all of them. You think you have difficulty? He has 1,000,000 times more difficulty than all of us put together. What made him the man of God? By using the Torah to overcome all of them. How did he do it? He says, God said so. That's enough. Yirat Shamayim. Or Chaim HaKadosh says, the only reason he was able to become Isha Elohim and overcome all of the obstacles is because his fear of Hashem. That's it. Not love, not the fear of Hashem. He was afraid of Hashem. That's it. That's how he overcame all of the horrible qualities. To such an extent, the Midrash says there was a king that heard about Moshe Rabbeinu, that took Am Yisrael out of Egypt, took them from slaves to be the masters, split the ocean, spoke to God, Mount Sinai, says, I need a painting of this guy. He sent painters to come to Moshe Rabbeinu and draw him. Brought him back, and he saw this evil-looking person. He says, this is not Moshe. Moshe is Tzaddik. What'd you draw me here? He goes, no, this is Moshe. He goes, no way. He had people that worked for him that were able to read faces. He says, what do you see here? He says, we see a person that's a murderer. We see a rapist. We see a thief. We see a adulterer. We see this guy is a horrible person. Who's this murderer, Your Highness? He goes, this is Moshe. They said, no way. Moshe Rabbeinu is the tzaddik of the Jews. No way. He wanted to kill the painters. He goes, listen, Your Highness, please give us a chance. Go see it yourself. He went and found Moshe Rabbeinu and all of Am Yisrael in the middle of the desert. And he sees Moshe Rabbeinu is identical to the paintings. It's not, he says, Moshe, I'm sorry, but how come you look like this? You look evil. You look this. You look that. He says, you foolish man, you're looking at the physicality. You're thinking that the physical is the spiritual. I was born exactly with everything that you describe. All of the horrible character traits, that's how I look, and they affected my image. Physical. But I perfected my neshama and overcame all of those obstacles. That's the reason why Kadosh Baruch Hu gave me the role of freeing Am Yisrael, splitting the ocean, speaking to him, being Moshe Rabbeinu, by overcoming all of our obstacles. Every one of us is born with a few bad midot. Moshe was born with everything bad. But that shows us the power of Torah. And that's why Moshe Rabbeinu was called Isha Elohim. Why? This person, all he cared for was a Kadosh Baruch Hu. He feared Hashem, and that was enough to fulfill all of the mitzvot. He didn't need to understand it. He didn't ask any questions. All he knew, Hashem said so, that's it. That's alvai, all of us do the same thing. Hashem said so, that's it. I don't need any other reasons. You can find certain reasons of why there's certain things that we do, but in reality, even if you don't find the reason, or you don't understand the reason, or you don't even agree with the reason, it doesn't matter. You still have to do it because Hashem said so.